Hi, so I thought that I would do a care video. I've been wanting to do one for a while, and I thought I would start with my Crested Gecko. Um, as you can see, she's in a vertical tank. This is a naturalistic terrarium from ZooMed. I was hoping to get one from Exoterra, or a Exoterra, which, as a lot of you know, splits down the middle and it opens from the side instead of this lock that opens from the front. I really wish they didn't put that sticker on there when I bought it because I can't seem to get this off, but I'm going to have to try and do that someday. So, this is Josie's enclosure. You can see her over there in the corner. This is not something you would put a baby in. As babies, they are very, very easily stressed out, especially in a larger enclosure for them. Pretty much with any reptile, if you put a baby in a large enclosure, they will get stressed out. So I'm just going to say, as a baby, I would recommend either let's see, I had her in a 10-gallon tank, so I wouldn't go any bigger than that. Excuse me. But critter keepers, I wish I would have kept her in a critter keeper, because those hold in humidity a lot more. And one thing about these geckos is they need very high humidity. That is a very big requirement for them. I don't keep my humidity any higher or any lower than 50%, so you should always have a humidity gauge. And I know right now, I don't know if you guys can see that, I know right now it's below 50%, but that is because I brought her near the light. I've been trying to get this video done for a while, and I've been sitting here trying to get the right angles. It turns out I just gave up because I can't do it. Let me unplug my phone. In fact, sorry, just a second here. See, this light helps. That helps a lot. So anyway, let's just say that you chose a 10-gallon or a critter keeper. You do not want to use this Eco Earth that I have down here as a baby. You're going to want newspaper or paper towel. If you use anything else, like a bedding like this, they will die of impaction. I had a leopard gecko and I had her on sand. And I was one of those people who were like, "Oh, it's okay. It's never happened to me. You know, I haven't had any problems." And then she died 5 years later of impaction. So I've been paying very close attention to using paper towels as babies with geckos. I know she is still a little young, but I don't feed her crickets, so she will not need to go hunting for anything in here. Her food may look a little unusual to you. That is because sorry about that. That's because I went to the pet store to go and get her CGD, and they were out. So I had to get this stuff. I never heard of it before. I know flukers just from their lights and their fixtures and everything that they're famous for. But I didn't think she would like this, but she started eating it right away. I'm not going to keep her on that because your general Crested Gecko diet has all the nutritions, calcium, and vitamins that they need. You can keep this on them, or you can keep them on this. It's late at night. Can you tell? For the rest of their life. Like I said, it has everything they need. It's just a powder. What you do is you get a teaspoon of this and 2 teaspoons of water, and you mix it together. Maybe it's tablespoons. I think it's teaspoons. And it kind of turns into like a soupy mix, and then you put it into their little dish, and it'll get thicker, and then they'll just lap it up like that. So with water, another reason you want to mix them is not only because they require a very high humidity, but it is also because they do not drink still water out of a dish. I am a part of a couple reptile forums, and you know, new people with crested geckos will be like, oh, my gecko isn't drinking its water out of its water dish. I'm like, well, there you go. They drink from spraying it on their plants and on the side of the glass. I've noticed she likes to drink it off the side of the glass rather than her plants. I should just keep this open because it looks a lot better. Anyway, and she's very, very healthy when it comes to water. They normally drink right away. If you are not home a lot to miss them, that's another reason I would recommend a critter keeper over a 10-gallon tank, because the tanks have a mesh top like this one kind of does, but this keeps in humidity a lot better still. And that'll make the humidity escape, and that's not really what we want. With critter keepers, they're made out of plastic, and the little vents hold in the humidity a lot better. So the reason I have her in this vertical tank and with EcoWorth and everything like that instead of just a normal bin or a tub, which I was going to mention you can also keep them in, is because I got a crested gecko for a display animal, and they're normally meant for a display animal. Most of the people who keep them in bins are just breeders who have a lot to take care of, and they can't have these tanks sitting everywhere. So, oh, sorry, I'm getting sick, I swear. So anyway, that's why I have all this stuff in there, is because I am working on getting her in this big tank to just spoil her in. She has her mushroom ledge here that I still need to put in, but it takes 24 hours for the glue to dry, and I need to put her in a separate cage after 24 hours, and I haven't gotten around to doing that yet because I am just too lazy to go out in the barn and get my tank to put her in for 24 hours. Sorry, kind of got cut off there. I was going to say, actually, that I was getting near the end of the video because it was already getting kind of long. But yeah, this is basically it. Like I said, I was going to put in her little mushroom ledge, and I'm going to want to get a mister and maybe a fogger and stuff like that to put in there. And I'm just, like I said, going to just spoil her. But she's a very good little display gecko. But anyway, that's basically it. I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to comment or message or anything like that. And yeah, I guess subscribe and I'll keep you updated.